It's a trial that has South Africans glued to their screens. The drama Senzo Meyiwa murder trial resumes this week. In the 7 months since it began, just 2 witnesses have given evidence. One of the more surprising developments has been claims that there were no intruders and that someone already in the house shot and killed the soccer player. Silindelo Masikane takes us through the latest of what we can expect.
The Senzo Meyiwa murder trial began back in April. Since then, it's been at the mercy of South Africa's court system. The latest sitting is set for just 3 weeks before proceedings will again be forced into a postponement. So far, we've heard from Sergeant Thabo Mosia, who collected evidence from the crime scene. He spent 5 months under oath. The defense put Mosia through his paces, tearing apart how evidence was collected and stored.
It was put to you that the reason why you handed the exhibits on the 30th of October 2014 is that you were tampering with those exhibits.
I remember that statement.
Now, did you know who the accused were at that stage?
No, the accused were not known as yet to me.
Would you have any reason to tamper with exhibits as suggested?
I did not have any reason to tamper with the evidence.
Mosia admitted that he couldn't handle collecting forensic evidence alone.
That crime scene was very much complicated, and for me it was a bit heavier, and that's why I ended up deciding to, and I ended up doing the necessary to call people who can help me. Yes, it was going to be very much difficult for me alone.
Up next, we saw Sergeant Patrick Mthethwa take the stand. He was on duty at the Vosloorus police station when a call came in about a shooting. But he told the court that when he arrived, it looked as though nothing had happened. During cross-examination, the defense team accused Mthethwa of failing to follow protocol.
I put it to you. For the first time, when you arrived there at the scene, you never protected the scene. Instead of doing that, you rushed to the hospital.
We arrived for the first time. What were we going to say? What scene are we protecting? What happened?
For the benefit of the doubt, I won't answer the question, but I'll put the question to what is just said, Your Lordship. What was your purpose going to that house in the first place?
Complaint, it was shooting in progress. We complaint to shooting in progress. More figure up. Shooting in progress. Must figure up. Talk to William and the topic leave. So, I'm asking the special.
Okay, Bambela. When we received a complaint, it was conveyed to us as shooting in progress. And we arrived there, it was said it was a shooting in progress. We asked the uncle what had happened. He said to us that it's alleged that there was a shooting, it's alleged that they were fighting, now they are in hospital.
Advocate Zandile Mshololo accuses Mthethwa and police of failing in their duties.
Paragraph 15. Maggie Piri started to pick up the empties from the floor. I asked her why she tidying up before the police could arrive. You see that? The police arrived and cordoned off the scene with the tapes. They closed the gate with the tapes and instructed all people to go out of the yard. Did you get that, Sergeant?
Yes, I did.
It's you who cordoned off the crime scene.
Yes, it was.
And it was in your second visit when you cordoned off the crime scene.
ukuthi ngiyafuna ukuchaza manje sengiyanqena ngozothi ngiyachaza kanti sengiphuma endleleni.
No, just answer the question. You cordoned off the crime scene when you came for the second time from the hospital.
Yeah. Ngafike nivala lapha yana kwakuyilesikhathi senibuya nisuka esibhedlela. That's correct.
And before you arrived, the crime scene was cleaned.
Ngaphambi kokuthi nifikeke i-crime scene ya-clean.
Before you arrived to cordon off the crime scene, it was cleaned.
Ngaphambi kokuthi nifike ninake nibese niyavala i-crime scene ya-clean.
Yangitshela.
Is that the statement?
Yes.
That's correct.
Oh, okay.
Currently giving testimony is Meyiwa's best friend, Dumelo Madlala, who was in the house at the time of the murder. He's implicated accused number 2, that's Bongani Ntanzi, as one of the alleged intruders.
If that identification is a so-called doc identification, in other words, I've never attended an ID parade, I don't know you personally, and now I see you for the first time since this robbery in the court, chances are me as a witness will point one of the suspects. So the value of that identification is really not worth much.
In the last sitting, Tobane made a surprise revelation.
That witness will come and testify that at the end, Senzo ended up having a relationship with Zandi as well. He had sexual relationship with Zandi because Kelly has been away for a long time.
Kwaloyo fakazi-ke uzoza azotshela inkantolo-ke ukuthi egcineni-ke kwase kwenzeka-ke ukuthi uSenzo aseqhubeka esethandana-ke naye-ke uZandi futhi-ke kwase elala kanye naye-ke uZandi ngenxa yokuthi-ke uKelly ebengekho isikhathi eside.
Angeke ngakuphika lokho, angeke ngakuvuma because ngiyamazi uSenzo ubewathanda amantombazana.
I would never deny that. I would never admit to that because I know that Senzo loved women.
He also disputes that there were any intruders in the house at all.
Kelly wanted to give the firearm to the deceased. Do you mind to wait for me to finish and wait for the interpreter? What have changed now? That's when a shot went off and hit the deceased at close range.
Chike uKelly-ke wayesefuna unikezela isibhamu asedlulise kuyena-ke umufi ila khona-ke sase siphuma khona-ke isibhamu eseduze kakhulu.
Ayikaze yenzeke leyo.
That thing never happened. That never happened.
Isibhamu bengekho lo longendlini because waphuma wabaleka yena.
When the firearm went off, Longo was not in the house because he ran out.
Okay. So you agree with me that Longo ran out after the firearm was taken away from him? That's what I'm putting to you. Now you agree that Longo ran out?
Ingabeke manje uyavumelana nami uma ngithi uLongwe wabaleka emuva kokuthi isibhamu saphucwa kuyena.
Amanga lawo.
Those are lies.
With the trial set down for 3 weeks, what can we expect?
I don't think the 3 weeks will be sufficient for everybody to get through everything and conclude. If we do it, it will be pure luck, and I would really want us to actually conclude and finish up everything in the 3 weeks, but I mean, there's too much things that still needs to happen for us to actually get to finality.
The trial resumes on the 14th of November. Silindelo Masikane, Johannesburg.